Okay, welcome to my presentation. Today I'm going to talk about Perkins reaction and mechanism. Okay, what is the Perkins reaction? The Perkins reaction is the condensation reaction between the aldehyde and the aliphatic anhydride having at least two hydrogen atoms. In the sense, there should be a alpha hydrogen atom. In presence of base, forms the alpha beta unsaturated aromatic acid. Okay, alpha beta unsaturated aromatic acid. This type of the reaction is called as the Perkins reactions. I will repeat once again. The Perkins reaction is the condensation reaction between the aldehyde, which contains the no alpha hydrogen atom, or sometimes aldehyde contains no alpha hydrogen atom, and the aliphatic acid anhydride contain at least two alpha hydrogen atom undergo reaction in presence of base forms the alpha beta unsaturated aromatic acid. This is the given by the reaction Williamson Henry Perkin, an English chemist. Okay, so I am taking here benzaldehyde. When benzaldehyde reacts with the acetic anhydride, this is the derivative anhydride of the acetic acid. Okay, this is called as the acetic anhydride. In presence of sodium acetate, heated at the temperature give rise to corresponding cinnamic acid, that is alpha beta. We know that in each functional group, adjacent carbon is said to be alpha carbon, adjacent carbon is said to be beta carbon. Okay, that is alpha beta unsaturated acid are said to be a cinnamic acid, and the acetic acid is the byproduct. Okay, this cinnamic acid is one of the more used compound in the organic chemistry. So where you can transfer the many reaction through the cinnamic acid. Okay, so this is the reaction of the Perkins reaction. Perkins reaction says that when benzaldehyde reacts with the aliphatic acid anhydride, here they have taken acetic anhydride in presence of the sodium acetate. It's a mild base, sodium acetate. Okay, so in give rise to corresponding cinnamic acid and the acetic acid. We will study the mechanism. This Perkins reaction involves the 6-step mechanism. In the first step is formation of the enolate. So the acidic anhydride contains the alpha carbon, which contains the 3 alpha hydrogens. So this we know that alpha hydrogens are acidic in nature. It easily donates the H plus ion. So this H plus ion is grabbed by acetate ion, that is the sodium acetate. So acetate CH3COO minus Na plus, acetate ion grabs the proton, okay, forms the corresponding enolate. Okay, this can be represented in the another form, alkoxide form. Okay, alkoxide ion. So this can be written in the other form. Okay, so this formation of the enolate is the driving force of the reaction. So this enolate will undergo condensation with the aldehyde of carbonyl carbon. Okay, forms corresponding alkoxide. Okay, so here this electron moves towards the carbon, and this pi electron is moved towards the carbonyl carbon. This is the act as a nucleophile. This nucleophile is added to the carbonyl carbon. Okay, give formation of the alkoxide. This is the second step in the mechanism. Third step involves the intermolecular attack by the newly formed alkoxide ion to the anhydride carbonyl carbon, and forms the beta acyloxy derivative. This is the beta acyloxy derivative. Okay, the ring formation of the ring and the ring opening reaction will be take place. So this happens through intramolecular. Okay, within the molecule, the formation of the bond will be take place and forms the corresponding beta acyloxy derivative. Okay, so this beta acyloxy derivative undergo again react with this is the base. Okay, this will abstract the proton. So this will undergo the reaction, forms the acetylation. The protection of the O minus will be take place by the acetic anhydride. This step is called as acetylation. The acetylation gives rise to corresponding this compound and the acetate ion. So fifth step involves the acetate ion. We know that this methylene protons are more acidic in nature because they contain the electron withdrawing group adjacent to the carbon. Okay, so this electron withdrawing group, due to the electron withdrawing group, these methylene protons are more acidic in nature. The acidity is enough to grab the one of the proton, and the breaking will be take place, forms the double bond. Okay, formation of the double bond and the acidic acid. Then the acid hydrolysis, sixth step is the acid hydrolysis. After the acid hydrolysis, the breaking of the acetate ion, we know that acetate ion is a very good living group. So in presence of acid hydrolysis, it undergo cleavage, forms the corresponding cinnamic acid in the acetic acid. So this is the step involved in the Perkins reaction. Perkins reaction is the sixth step. In first step, formation of the enolate. That the enolate acts as a base. That base will add it undergo nucleophilic addition across the carbonyl carbon of the benzaldehyde, forms the corresponding alkoxide. This next step, the intramolecular alkoxide ion react with the anhydride of the carbonyl carbon, forms the corresponding beta acyloxy derivative. Then beta acyloxy derivative will undergo acetylation in presence of acetic anhydride, forms the corresponding compound and the acetate ion. This acetate ion undergo acetate ion again grabs the proton from the methylene proton. Okay, it grabs the proton from the methylene proton and gives rise to corresponding double bond. Then sixth step, hydrolysis to give rise to corresponding cinnamic acid. This is the one of the very tricky mechanism followed in the Perkins reactions. Okay, then we'll come to the Mannich reaction. So this Mannich reaction is the multi-component reaction where the more than two components undergo reaction in the single step, forms corresponding desired compound. So here, aldehyde contains the alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, when it is reacted with the corresponding formaldehyde or primary amine or the secondary amine in presence of HCl and the base give rise to corresponding amino-methylene derivative. So formation of the amino-methylene derivative or beta-amino carbonyl compound are said to be a Mannich reaction. So Mannich reaction involves more than three components. It is a one-part multi-component reaction where aldehyde ketone contains the alpha hydrogen atom. There should be alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, and the formaldehyde and primary or secondary amines undergo reaction in presence of the acid and followed by the base give rise to corresponding beta amino carbonyl compound. This reaction is called as Mannich reactions. Okay, so here I have taken cyclohexanol. This is the cyclohexanol. Adjacent carbon are said to be alpha carbon. These are both are chemically equivalent carbon. So this having the two active methylene group. This is also having the active methylene group proton. Okay, so these carbons hydrogens are more acidic in nature. It easily undergo protonation to condensation. Okay, and formaldehyde is taken here, and you can take the primary amine or the secondary amine. Okay, in presence of HCl give rise to corresponding beta amino, alpha beta. This is the function group alpha beta amino carbonyl compound. Okay, carbonyl compound. You can change the any number of the aldehyde ketones and aldehyde present in the organic system. You can take any compound, but mandatory that most of the cases formaldehyde is used. Either you can use primary amine or secondary amine, doesn't matter. The both will be undergo reaction in presence of the HCl and the OH group forms the corresponding beta amino carbonyl compound. Okay, so this is about the Mannich reaction. So in second reactions, that Wolff-Kishon reduction reaction, it is the reduction between reduction of the carbon group into corresponding alkane. Okay, this type reaction is called as Wolff-Kishon reaction. So here carbonyl group undergo reaction in presence of the hydrogen hydrate and ethylene glycol. Okay, hydrogen hydrate and forms the corresponding hydrogens. These hydrogens undergo reaction in presence of the sodium hydroxide and glycol, gives to corresponding alkane and elimination of the nitrogen. So this nitrogen this reaction is called as Wolff-Kishon reduction reaction. The most of the competitive exam you can find the Wolff-Kishon reduction reaction is a very simple reduction from the ketone or aldehyde ketone to corresponding alkane. Okay, so here hydrogen hydrate, this is the hydroxylamine, okay, or it is also called as hydrogen hydrate, and it will be available in the hydrogen hydrate or hydrogen formation of the hydrogens. Okay, imine formation of the hydrogen and undergo base base and the glycol gives to corresponding alkane, elimination of the nitrogen. So here I have taken the acetone. Okay, this acetone, the propane 2-on, undergo reaction with the hydrazine and forms the corresponding hydrogens, acetohydrogens, or it is other name is propane 2-ylidine hydrazine, and in presence of the sodium hydroxide and the glycol, it forms the corresponding propane. Okay, so conversion of the ketones into corresponding alkane and elimination of the nitrogen. This reaction is called as Wolff-Kishon reduction reaction. So here I only talked, I not went to the mechanism because in the VSK University they have mentioned only we have to discuss the reaction. Okay, no need to go for the reaction mechanism. If you need the reaction mechanism, next presentation I'm going to talk the some of the reaction mechanism of the Wolff-Kishon reaction as well as the Mannich reactions. Okay, so thank you. So this concludes uh, carbonyl compound of which are prescribed in the VSK University Ballari. So if you need any queries, okay, if you have any queries, you can contact by through mail or phone number. Okay, so this will be, phone number is given here. You can mail pinky.kb123@gmail.com or 8861610765. Okay, so I am available at any time of the point. Thank you for your patience listening.